Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to another episode of Higurashi. Last time we met Shion in the library with Rena. We got a little rundown of the normal killings, the Tomodachi and Takano killings, and how and why the police are already looking for Teppei and stuff, despite the low time he's disappeared. Obviously out of their calculations, as they expected. People wouldn't really care about him too much, but we already knew this was coming, right? Um, then we got a little showdown with Oishi. Questioned us a little. I think we got out unscathed for the most part. Shion might have left a little susness in her wake, but at least it's not Keiichi, right? Still don't know how Satoko is doing either, so yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do right now, so let's just get started and see if we'll help Shion or something, or at least just find Satoko, please. As the day was coming to a close, I started feeling restless. A lot of time passed at school as I chatted with Mion, Rika-chan, and Rena. Satoko's seat was empty again today. Just a lonely desk and a chair where a person was meant to be. Despite all my efforts, the situation hadn't changed at all. I murdered Satoko's uncle with my own hands, but even though he was permanently buried in the ground, Satoko still hadn't come home. Every day without Satoko felt like it would go on for an eternity. It was all meaningless. The weight of those words made me feel depressed. We did what we could to help a friend in need. We tried with all our might. But even so, our effort went unrewarded. On top of that, I felt disgusted with myself every moment that I began to doubt my friends.
Kei-chan, 浮かない顔してどうしたの？さあ、今日の部活は何しよっかね。
Mion cheerfully called out to me while rifling through the club locker. I wasn't interested in club activities without Satoko. Denied.
ケイちゃん、どうしたの？食べ過ぎ？それとも飲み過ぎ？
Yeah?
それとも何過ぎ？
Yeah.
何にも過ぎてねえよ。
Good one, honestly. As a matter of fact, I was taking everything I had to dodge Mion's prying questions. Damn it, normally I'd be able to turn Mion's lame jokes around easily on her. It's frustrating that I'm not thinking as clearly as usual.
Keiichi-kun.
Rena quietly stood by my side, carrying a bag. I immediately recognized what Rena wanted to say.
そうそう。今日はレナの家に片付け物を手伝いに行くことになってんだよ。
そうなの。レナの大事な可愛いものがとうとうお庭から溢れてきちゃってね。レナ一人じゃ片付けられないの。
Rena and I were completely in sync.
ふーん。
What if Mion wants to come though?
じゃあ仕方ないね。それじゃあおじさんは明日の部活メニューと罰ゲームでも考えておくかな。
Dodged, at least, I guess. After that surprisingly frank response, Mion walked back to her seat. Once Mion was sufficiently far away, Rena stealthily whispered into my ear.
ねえ、ケイイチ君。今日、エンジェルモートに行ってみようよ。
Yeah, we should pry on Shion a bit more. It might get us in the crosshairs of Oishi, but like, we need to see Satoko, man. I think that's our #1 priority. Rena must have had the same concern about Satoko. Shion never told us where Satoko went, and we still haven't seen her. I wasn't the only one feeling anxious about that.
しーちゃんに、さとこちゃんの居場所をちゃんと聞かなくちゃ。やっぱりちゃんと話をしないと不安だよね。
Yep. I nodded in agreement. Hopefully Shion will be able to tell us everything. Shion had no reason to hide anything, but something always seemed to come up whenever I tried to ask about Satoko. Yeah, and honestly, we didn't even get to see a response last time. On top of that, Oishi and the police were getting suspicious. I remember how lost and confused I felt when I met him at the library yesterday. It made me terrified. I definitely can't lower my guard around him. That's what my heart is telling me. If he was trying to confirm our alibis, there's a good chance he suspected something. I can't allow him to go any further. Absolutely not.
ケイチ、顔が怖いのです。
Rita.
あ
Rita jump scared. I was surprised by a sudden voice from behind my back. That's just a friendly Rita. When I looked back, Rita-chan was smiling at me and saying, "Nipa."
脅かすつもりはなかったのです。ごめんなさいなのです。
Nanodasu.
それよりもケイチ、ちょっと来てほしいのです。
Uh-oh. Rita-chan looked up at me with her huge, adorable eyes.
はう、レナもそんな風にリカちゃんに見つめられたいな。レナはちょっと待っていてほしいのです。
Uh-oh, this is serious
すぐ
stuff.
に戻ってくるのですよ。
Rita-chan pleasantly smiled as she said that to Rena. Then she glanced back at me to coax me out of the classroom.
なんだろう、リカちゃん。じゃあ、レナはここで待ってるね。
あ、すぐ戻ってくると思う。
I followed Rita-chan out of the classroom. She had been staring at me for a while now with a cautious expression, never smiling. I chased after Rita-chan from behind, feeling like I was walking into a foe's lair unarmed. We moved to a shady spot behind the school building. If this school was a bit less wholesome, this would be the ideal location for seniors to harass their underclassmen. Yeah, it's honestly pretty wholesome school, mainly because they're all like younger kids. In other words, I simply couldn't feel comfortable in a place like this. This is where Shion bullies Rita. Are you about to get bullied? Also, Shia-sensei's curry vegetable garden was planted back here. That's crazy. This is an extremely cursed place. Can vegetables grow in a place like this actually taste good? I was filled with the urge to get out of here right away. Why did I come to a place like this? What was Rita-chan thinking? Yeah, that's not a smile. The innocent smile Rita-chan was wearing earlier had completely vanished. She was just staring at me with a harsh expression.
リカちゃん、話って何？
この前、ケイチに聞きましたね。
Rita-chan looked me straight in the eyes as she asked that. I recalled the other day when Rita-chan tightly grabbed me by the wrist. Please tell me, where has Satoko gone? Her eyes were full of tears as she solemnly asked that. I felt a little relieved. If she was asking about Satoko, that meant she didn't know anything about me. I'd like to know too, Rita-chan. I'm going to ask Shion that very question. However, Rita-chan followed up that comment strong enough to destroy all traces of those thoughts.
ケイチたちがやってはならないことをやったのはこの際
She
どうでもいいの
knows.
です。
True. It technically doesn't matter as long as everyone's alive, right? I froze. All the blood in my body ran cold. It was like my guard had become meaningless. My ability to keep my opponent at a safe distance and to launch a counterattack were completely denied to me right from the beginning of this interaction. A shock ran through my whole body like I was shot with a cannon. Something that shouldn't have been done. That means Rita-chan knows what I did? Kiichi and the others? How? How does she know? How is she aware that multiple people were involved? My throat dried up and my tongue became tangled. I couldn't say anything. Is this Rita-chan's attempt at threatening me? Not really. She's actually just being truthful. Like, it actually doesn't matter.
Keiichi.
Where do you hide the Toko? Is she dead? Can we give up on this world already?
Satoko はどこにいるのですか?
My lips, my throat, and even my heart trembled. I started convulsing. I lost my voice. Despite how hard I was breathing, only a light breath escaped me. I don't know that either. I'm just as worried sick about Satoko. For all the words swirling about in my mind, none of them could reach my lips. My entire body was swallowed by unimaginable terror. What should I say? What shouldn't I say? Should I trust her or not? Rita-chan, who are you? Really?
ケイイチ
Pissing her off.
しっかりしてくださいなのです。僕の話をちゃんと聞いてください。
Rita-chan grabbed me by the hand and shook it. My body swayed about at Rita-chan's mercy.
ケイイチがしたことはサトコのためだったのでしょ?
True?
僕にだってそんなことは分かっているのです。
How can she understand? Rita-chan, how do you know? What do you know? How much do you know? Even though I wanted to ask, I just couldn't do it. If I asked any leading questions, I'll be digging my own grave.
やってはならないことをケイイチたちがやってしまったことはこの際問題じゃないのです。でもサトコは早くサトコを連れ戻さないと。
The look in Rita-chan's eyes told me that she knew everything. It looked like a universe was spreading in her big black pupils, deep, dark eyes that could see through everything in the entire world. It was a rather mature expression, the lights of which I had never would have imagined coming from Rita-chan. Rita-chan, have I done something that can never be taken back? Yep. The urge to ask her that welled up inside me.
ケイイチのことは問題じゃないのです。サトコを早く連れ戻してください。さもないと。
サトコを連れ戻さないとどうなるんだ?
I finally peeled away the skin clogging my throat to utter a few words, but Rita-chan came back with an aggressively strong answer.
サトコ
True. She needs her shots, dude. That's the big thing. I felt the pain of being stabbed in the heart. Why?
どういうことだ?
I somehow managed to ask that question while losing my voice, but Rita-chan didn't answer.
これだけ言ってもそういうのなら本当にケイイチは知らないのね。
We don't?
まさかこんな展開なんて。
In the end, she said that in a pathetic voice devoid of sorrow or compassion. Hold on, is something terrible going down? Is our peaceful, everyday, ideal future getting closer to an impossible fantasy? My unease about the future was growing stronger and stronger. Once I recognized how irrational I was acting, I started to calm down.
リカちゃん、サトコの居場所はシオンが知ってるはずなんだ。
My voice was unexpectedly calm. Rita-chan was sincerely concerned about Satoko. Hearing her sad voice a moment ago convinced me that she had no intention of deceiving me to gain information. In that case, we should let Rita-chan help us search for Satoko.
レナとこれからエンジェルモートに行くんだ。シオンに話を聞きに。リカちゃんも来るか?
わかりました。
Oh? Hey, let's go, Rita on the squad. Rita-chan responded with a powerful nod. Alright, then Rita and I returned to Rena. Naturally, Rita-chan's presence made Rena extremely cautious, but her expression completely changed when she learned Rita-chan was simply concerned about Satoko, so the three of us headed to Angel Mort together. Okay. Got a whole crew. Little Rita never hurts, but she is not here. My hysterical voice caused a few customers to turn back.
せっかく来てくれたのに。
Yoshiro. Bro, Yoshiro appeared before Takano.
シオンちゃんは今日はシフトに入ってないんだろう。昨日も来てないし。
Bro, she's local? The store manager behind the cash register apologized to us. This man was apparently Shion's uncle. Hey, wait. She didn't come yesterday? That can't be true, can it? I mean, come on, Pidgey. That was obviously just an excuse to, like, leave Oishi. I didn't think she was going to work either. Shion said she was heading to work as she left the library yesterday.
次はいつ出勤なんですか？
ケイチ君、
Rena tugged at my sleeve.
次の出勤なんてそんな悠長なことを言ってる場合じゃないよ。
Rena turned toward the store manager.
店長さん、急な用事があってしーちゃんの家に行きたいんですけど、お家を教えてもらえないでしょうか。
急な用事。
The store manager furrowed his brow, but I pushed him as well.
シオンに頼まれ事をしているんですけど、ちょっとわからないことがあって。
In desperation, I concocted a story that we don't know the details.
シオンちゃんに住所は誰にも教えるなって言われ
We're her homies.
て。いくらお友達でも。
Look at
どうした
Rika.
のか。
Look at her. And nevertheless, the store manager wouldn't agree with us. But we can't turn back now. A person's life is at stake.
どうしても今日じゃないとダメなんです。
会って直接話を
Time
したい
to
んです。
protest against Angel Mort.
お願いなのです。
Rika-chan deeply bowed her head while desperately pleading to him. When the store manager saw that, he seemed to relent. He let out an exasperated sigh.
わかった。私から教えたことは内緒で頼むよ。
はい。
The store manager went back to his office. Then, a short while later, he came back and handed me a memo containing Shion's address.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうなのです。
このご恩は一生忘れません。
Yes, Yoshiro, you're popping off.
そんな大げさな。
Yoshiro stocks are rising. The store manager scratched his head in embarrassment. By the time the store manager looked up, we were already gone. Shishibone City, Kamishiki. We traveled on foot while looking at the map and comparing it to the notes. Eventually, we reached a classy high-rise apartment on the outskirts of Otonomiya. The imposing entryway made it clear this facility was only meant for wealthy people.
やっぱそのザキヤってのは金持ちなんだな。
Shion do be ballin'. I took a look around. It seemed fitting for Shion to live in such a fancy apartment. Naturally, the Sonozaki family had the financial strength and power to match this place. But beyond that, it felt like the atmosphere of this bustling apartment seemed to strangely mess with Shion's personality. However, there were no signs of any people near the apartment. And there were no children playing nearby. None of the residents had any laundry hanging from their veranda. It seemed like most of the apartments were empty. The whole area felt cold. It suddenly felt like they had no right to stand here, even if this place was part of Shion's everyday life. It says Sonozaki, so this must be where Shion lives. I took a deep breath, then reached for the buzzer at the front door. What the fuck? The door suddenly swung open and smacked me in the forehead. What the heck? Ah, it's Mr. Lanky Kasai. An unfamiliar man looked down at me, a man with an imposing presence wearing dark clothes and sunglasses. At a quick glance, I could tell this wasn't a man with a reputable occupation. I needed to be careful.
失礼。人がいるとは思わなかったもので。
Bruh, you knocked me down. The man politely lowered his head. Then, as the stranger began to walk away, Rena noticed him checking the Sonozaki mailbox and decided to call out to him.
しーちゃんのお家はここですか？
Rena asked that timidly.
そうですが、園崎シオンに何か。
How is this man related to Shion? No way. Could this be Shion's boyfriend? Yes, good observation, Teichi. That's totally believable.
シオンはいますか？
Rita-chan asked the man a question without hesitation.
いや、シオンさんはまだ帰っていません。
Oh god, she's rogue. She's going
ど
rogue.
こへ行ったのですか？
さあ、私には分かりかねます。急ぎますので失礼ですがこれで。
The man casually said that and quickly started walking away from the apartment complex.
シオンさんのこと待たせてもらってもいいですか？
ご自由に。
Who is this man? Don't we know this by now, though? Oh, I just Teichi with him, but fucking these small fucking flies in my apartment. They're so bad, bro. They don't even go for food. They just fly across your face. One actually dotted my mouth like yesterday, but luckily I like spit it out. They're so fucking annoying, dude. This is my punishment. This is my curse for like killing spiders, man. Now there's no spiders to like save me from the fly infestation. He's close enough to Shion that he can answer questions about her without hesitation. Could he be Shion's father? Crack theory? No, I mean, I guess that wouldn't work because she's twins with Mion. Never mind. That'd be a funny theory though, since Kasai does like Atene. Either way, he seemed to have ties to the underworld. He was a dangerous man.
ともかくここでしーちゃんを待ってみようよ。学校からまだ帰ってきてないのかも。仕方ないのです。
Rena and Rita-chan decided to take a seat in front of the entrance. The door was locked, so we couldn't get to the elevator unless the resident unlocked it for us.
ケイチ、
Meep?
お菓子がありますよ。
Okay. Rita-chan pulled a chocolate out of her bag. To be honest, I was in no mood to eat something sweet, but...
いただくよ。
Hello? Free chocolate? Never say no. Unless it's from a stranger. I made up my mind and decided to sit next to them. Little choco break. Never hurt anyone? Jesus. It's evening. I wonder how long we've been waiting. The sky was getting dark. Suddenly, I heard footsteps approaching and immediately raised my head. When everyone noticed my reaction, we all stood up at once. Who is it? Maybe Shion's finally here? Dude, I bet it's Kasai. How should I act when I see Shion? The first thing I needed to ask was where she went, since she clearly wasn't going to her part-time job. And also about Satoko's whereabouts. At this point, we couldn't let her keep delaying the answer. We needed to hear it directly. I held my breath as I looked in that direction. However, the hope that Shion was heading home immediately washed away. That person looks far too big to be Shion. Maybe the man from earlier is coming back? Oh no, is it Big O? Big Oishi? But we were quickly disappointed when we could make out the man's silhouette and hear his voice. Hey, what's up, buddy?
こんなところでお揃いですか。
Big O in the house. That voice. A chill ran through my entire body. I needed to stay away from this guy. He is an enemy. He's our enemy.
また会いましたね、前原さん。
My bra-san.
もう帰ろうと思っていたところでした。
Lol.
ケイチくん、
Rena quickly chased after me. Rita-chan also started walking away while wiping the dust off her skirt.
探してたんですよ、前原さん。竜宮さん。おやおや。今日は新しいメンバーが加わりましたね。フルでのご当主様が何のご用ですか？
No bully. Look at Rita. His voice disgusted me. I wanted to get out of here right away. Acting like a know-it-all, like a savage beast slowly killing the small animals in his path.
帰ろうリカちゃん。
I grabbed Rita-chan by the hand and started walking fast. Oishi made no effort to stop us, but he kept slowly walking in our direction.
シオンさん帰ってきてないんですよね。どこに行っちゃったんでしょうね。
さあ買い物か何かじゃないですか。
Getting that supermarket deals. I put on an unconcerned act and kept walking. However,
それがおかしいんです。
ずっと帰ってきてないんですよ。
ずっと。
uh-oh.
祭りの晩からね。
Oh shit. Okay, so that confirms that. So she brought Satoko somewhere and has been hiding there with Satoko, or living there, I should say. Since the night of the festival, my feet came to a halt. I couldn't bring myself to take another step. My legs wouldn't move, like they were frozen solid. What was he talking about? Didn't we all meet Shion at the library yesterday?
そうでしょおかしいんですよ。
It is a little sussy.
祭りの日にはバイトをしていて、翌日には図書館で顔を合わせている。それなのに家には帰ってこない。これ一体どういうことでしょうね。
嘘だろ。
Ren and I exchanged glances.
昨日確かにあったんです。あなたも見たじゃないですか。
You just said
何かの忘れ
so.
じゃないんですか。
We met her, but she just didn't come home, is what he's saying.
間違いならいいんですけどね。駐輪場にあるスクーター、ご覧になりました？
スクーター？
Scooter? Since when does she ride a scooter? Oishi had a nasty, arrogant smile on his face, then he slowly continued.
シオンさん、どこへ行くにも
Since
スクーター
when?
で出かけていたじゃないですか。
What if I Google Shion scooter? What does that... Does that bring up anything? Since when does she ride on a scooter, man? Like an electric scooter, I'm guessing? Why did Shion go crazy? Who is Shion Sonozaki in love with? Is Shion a Mion? What is that? Is Shion a Mion? I mean, I guess she technically is a Mion. Anyways, that was useless, but those were some funny Google searches, so we're...
例えばおととい、ひなみ沢に行った時とか、ね。
The paralysis binding my entire body grew even stronger. Shion took Satoko and brought her back here, no doubt. But wait, how did Oishi know that Shion went to Hinamizawa the day before yesterday? Did Oishi already verify that Shion came back here on a scooter? Does this guy know everything? Impossible. That's ridiculous. How? All the blood in my body ran cold. If I panic here, I'll just be playing into his hands. Calm down, Teichi Maibara. I smacked a quick glance at Rena and Rita-chan. They were both nonchalantly staring at Oishi. Yo, we can jump him. These were my club members, after all. They had plenty of opportunities to perfect their poker faces.
おととい、しーちゃんはひなみ沢に行ったんですか？
I hate... Why can't they just say 2 days ago? The day before yesterday always, like, confuses me, man. And it's not even the day Yeah, so 2 days ago was the festival, right? Because last episode was the day before, and when they kept saying the day before yesterday, that was the day before the festival. But now they're talking about the festival, right? Rena calmly struck back.
私もわかりませんよ。例えばの話です。でもですね、私はさっき重大な事実に気づきました。そのスクーター、私の勘違いだったんです。
勘違い？
I realized all too late that I was biting at Oishi's bait. I let the panic show on my face.
ほほう、前原さん、私の勘違いに興味あるみたいですね。
別に。あなたが何を考えていようと、俺たちには関係ありませんから。
I gave the strongest response I could muster. What kind of face am I making right now? Please stay calm. Oishi seemed amused by something and let out a nufufu laugh.
聞かれなくても教えてあげちゃいますよ。そのスクーター、園崎シオンのものじゃありませんでした。
No shot. He threw away Tepe's. She didn't keep Tepe's, right? Am I crazy?
同じ型番ですが、ナンバーが他県のものでした。この意味、わかります？
No? I'm actually confused.
全然わかりません。
I was so confused. Oishi was mocking me, no doubt about that. However, when I calmly considered the information Oishi was telling me, it raised a lot of questions. Shion Sonozaki's Struder wasn't here. That meant that Shion never rode her Struder back here, which in turn meant Shion never brought Toto here. Okay, all true. Yeah, at the very least, that meant the safest place to hide Toto that Shion had referred to wasn't her apartment. Then where did she go? Where did she take Toto?
ひょっとしたら
The basement?
聡子はもう手遅れかも。
I think she might be dead too, Rita. It's the taser curse. Rita-chan's voice trembled as she squeezed that out. Too late for what? Rita-chan, if you know something, tell me. What should I do? Where should we go to find Satoko and Shion? At any rate, there's no point staying here. That much was self-evident. It was time to stop playing around with Oishi.
失礼します。
I started walking away to get away from Oishi. Rena and Rita-chan followed my lead.
はい、どうも。
You're welcome.
私はもう少しここでシオンさんを待ってみますよ。
Oishi's nonchalant voice clung to me from behind. Shut up, you filthy old man. I couldn't hide my frustration. In the depths of my heart, I was cursing at Oishi while riding my bike back to Hinamizawa.
聡子ちゃんの家行ってみよう。
That would be hilarious if that's where Shion stashed Satoko, but okay, why not? I doubt it, but... I simply nodded to Rena's suggestion. Besides, where else could we go? As I had worried about Satoto's whereabouts, somewhere in my heart I had assumed that she was in Shion's house. If she wasn't there, then the only other option was Satoto's house. I mean, that's not, true at all, but okay. And yet, didn't Rika-chan already tell us that nobody was at the Hojo house? I had a bad feeling about this. Alarm bells were ringing inside my head. Don't go, Keiichi. You better not go to the Hojo house. Uh-oh. Well, okay, maybe she is there. There might be something there you're better off not seeing. Satoto, Shion, where have you gone? The thoughts of desperation hounded me as we headed towards Satoto's house. Oh man, dude, this is such a good chapter break though, because the next episode's gonna be a finale, right? Because we're about... They're there, man. Oh shit. I mean, it's kind of genius. Camouflage. Probably hide somewhere else for a little bit, then just chill at Satoto's house without making any clues that someone's living there. I know I said I would do a double this episode. I think we just go for a single and then just go harder next episode, because we're so close to the climax. This is... I might have done a double, but this cliffhanger is actually so good. They did a solid one here compared to the last one. But yeah, we're gonna end it here. Hopefully you enjoyed. We had a pretty good episode actually. The Shion investigation stuff was pretty fun. We got Rita-chan on this on the side, though. I think she left. Did she leave after? Wasn't. Or maybe she is with us. I don't know. She wasn't mentioned yet. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subbed, consider subbing. You know, we're in the 210s. Can we get 3 hundos? Those are the big goals. Happy to see the 10s are like the bracket, so I'm happy we passed 210 like moderately fast. But yeah, thanks for watching. Yeah. Peace.